my name is Tickner and I left Reigatian in 2015. So firstly, thank you for RGS for asking me to do this today. So a little bit of background about myself. After I left school, I went straight into working. Currently what I do is I actually have an online business. So I'm self-employed and I'm my own boss. And one of the questions was, what is the best thing about being your own boss? Honestly, the best thing about being my own boss is that I have total freedom to do whatever it is that I want to do. I can create the products that I want to create. If I want to pivot and do something else, then I can do that. I don't have any time constraints. It's really amazing that I've just been able to create this freedom for myself, and it's something that I never thought that I would actually be able to do. I thought you had to be some special person in order to do this, but if you know what you want in life, you can create it for yourself, and that's what's really cool about being able to do online business nowadays. So my biggest piece of advice for anybody who is perhaps wanting to carve out their own future and wanting to take their life into their own hands and not necessarily following the traditional route is you need to know who you are wanting to help. So when you know who it is that you want to help, you can then produce social media content that is going to be helping these people. You can then build products that are going to be helping them, and you're just going to be really crystal clear with your messaging. You have to be fearless. You have to not care about what other people think. When I first started, I was terrified about what other people would think of me, and I pretty much started literally by posting to social media. I didn't start with the intention of building this into my full-time business and my full-time income and becoming an entrepreneur. So to wrap up this question, my tips for someone who's wanting to become an entrepreneur or to build their own path is you need to know who you want to help, you need to be fearless, you need to be courageous, and you need to stop caring about what other people think. When it comes to my goals for the future, I absolutely love public speaking, so I want to continue to travel the world doing that. I've done quite a lot of that this year, which is really cool, and I just want to be doing more and more of it. But something that I'm working on at the moment, which I think is going to be huge, is called Millennial. So I've just created the Millennial podcast, which is where I pretty much interview millennials who have these incredible success stories, and I break down their success so that the listeners of the podcast can figure out how these people got to where they got to so that they can then go ahead and do it themselves. Now, the final question was, what are some of your biggest achievements? And honestly, I would just say the fact that I have built up a massive social media following of around 200,000 now, and the fact just even getting one message from one person telling me that I've impacted their life in some way, that's enough for me. And the fact that I just want to be able to scale it up and up and up to impact the lives of as many people as possible. So if I'm honest, I think that this is probably my biggest achievement, and just being able to have been able to be my own boss by the age of 20, and it's just really cool to me and it's really exciting. You've got to realize that anything that could be seen as a negative, for example, I'm too young or I'm too old, you can then flip that on its head and be like, no, I'm young, which means I'm the expert at this because this is what's currently going on in the world, or oh, I'm too old, well that actually means I have a ton of experience in it. So it's just using the things that may be seen as a negative to your advantage, and then obviously just using the things that are an advantage and just going all in on that. I think that typically, as just the way society is, we're taught to get strong at our weaknesses, but if you do that, then you're just gonna have a ton of strong weaknesses. You're not gonna have a ton, just one massive strong strength. And if you have a strength that is ridiculously strong, you are gonna be unbeatable. You're gonna be able to master that one thing, and that's gonna be what allows you to build a successful long-term business. So that's that. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this interview today, and if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I will make sure that Reigatian has all my information, so you can just shoot me an email or something. So thank you, have a great day.